I remember distinctly a day where I told my CMO, we will get this business to $100 million. And he was like, there's no way. He's like, selling wallets on the internet, we're going to do this. And we got it done.
So the man, the myth, the guy, the legend, the founder of this company made $100 million. And in this video, I'm going to bring you through exactly how they are doing it. Okay. And the company that I'm actually going to talk about is called The Ridge. If you're not aware of this company, they are an amazing brand that sells, wallets, rings, travel accessories. It started with wallets. That was the main hero product. And they just went off and they just really grew aggressively, really aggressively. Now, before we get on, for the new viewers, if you are a new viewer, and most likely you are, my name is Brando. I'm the founder of Brandlux Media. We've been able to partner and work with 100 plus e-commerce brands in the last 6 years or so. And so before we get in, since I know that there's a lot of people that just talk without actually showing proof and results, just so you know that I am qualified to speak about these things. This is just one of our clients. We typically work with 7 and 8 figure clients, doing around $20, $30, $40,000 a day in sales. As you can see, yesterday was like 12% lower compared to the day before. So we're at least for now, we're hovering around those numbers. But this is just one of our clients, just so you understand the caliber of client that we're used to typically working with. Okay. And so this is actually the main exact reason why I'm doing this channel, is to document the things that work, that don't work, and what at least is working for my clients. And of course, doing videos where I talk about companies doing $100 million so that I can kind of copy the strategies that are working for them and you can do the same. Okay. So let's get into the video. This is really going to be an exciting one. Let me shrink myself on the bottom left and we can get going. So the first thing that I want to do is go over a bit of some company information, so you understand what company you're dealing with, what brand you're dealing with, what they're selling, what their numbers are, what the stats are, and then we can dive into the sales process and their approach and framework of how they're actually building up this brand, and then we can talk about creatives and other important things. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at some numbers. I don't really 100% trust SimilarWeb when it comes to like traffic numbers, but they are plus or minus, we can say that they are pretty accurate. Of course they scaled down from Q4, November, December. In January they had 1.3 million visitors, and so this is of course a lot of people on the website, and most of their traffic is actually in the US, around 71%, 72%. So they're dominating the US market. And I just heard that they actually got 1% of the market. They captured 1% of the market, which is the wallet market, essentially, people that are interested in buying wallets. And they got 1% of that at $100 million. So you can reverse engineer how much the wallet industry is worth. And so there's a lot of useful information here. They're doing a lot of, they're receiving a lot of organic traction, direct traction. They're doing social paid ads. And I have to say, like, this organic and direct is not only because of SEO. It's a misconception. It's also a lot because of paid ads. So they're actually being under attributed, meaning that, SimilarWeb is giving less importance to the paid and social traffic. Also because they are literally spending, if we take a look at how much they're spending, and if we filter by status and active ads on this amazing platform called Otra, which I love to use every single time, we can see that they're running 987 ads. Let's take a look at their Meta ads library to take a look at what they're specifically doing on Meta and the amount of ads that they're running. Filter by active ads. And by the way, I'm also kind of freestyling this. I like to do these freestyle. So 470 active ads. They're trust me, I have clients that have run similar numbers. And it's several hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not even millions of dollars in just literally monthly ad spend just on Meta alone. Okay, so they're doing quite well. And so what I always like to look at when I'm in this kind of like ad creative library is take a look at the distribution between ads, like what percentage of videos are ads and what percentage are images. Videos compared to images, and it seems like 55% are images. So a lot of people think that image ads are like dead, they don't work. It's not true at all, especially if you sell a product that can sell itself through image. For example, if you're selling the wallet, right? So this is probably one of their competitors. They're selling the wallet. You can sell this wallet, put an image to it, and then have like features and benefits. And so you can easily understand the perceived value of a product with images. With skincare, you can do the same, but typically, for example, skincare, when there's higher objections, higher saturation, right? Just a more complex and sophisticated market, then you'll typically notice that it's maybe 80%, 20%, or 90%, 10%, right? And so that's what I've noticed working with, my clients. And so what I really love that they're doing, and I actually have a lot of things to speak about here, is that they are scaling horizontally, and they're doing that very strategically. But before we get into these strategies over here, because there is, as you can see, a lot to speak about, let's dive into their sales process, because it's one of the most interesting things and the things that I like the most about the brand. So we can immediately note, if you go here on the Acha slides, on their landing pages section, we can note that a pretty big and significant portion of their ads is going to these pages over here. And so this is an advertorial, actually. It's the 6 reasons why millions are switching to the Ridge wallet. Okay, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then of course there's the wallet redefined. It's sharing before and after, kind of like 100,000 plus 5-star reviews, all that stuff, and then you can shop, and it brings you through the product page. This is another landing page. This is the same exact advertorial that we're running. They're just running for girls. That this is actually something that I'm gonna speak about later on. But they're being very creative and actually going after, once again, scaling horizontally across multiple different types of personas. So it's of course branded a bit differently, and then of course they're also sending traffic to their. Let me just triple check the collection. This is one of their collections. They're mostly doing collections, as I see. Pages, this is the same exact advertorial I checked before. They're mostly doing collections because they want to give options of people, because maybe I don't like this one, but I like the green one. So I think it's really smart. A lot of people just think that you need to send people to the product page. Not on every occasion. It depends on what you're selling. And so they obviously split tested that. So you can click over here. Let's take a look at their actual landing page, and I really, really like what they're doing over here and how the page looks. First of all, let's take a look at some images. Very, very high perceived value images. Really, really high perceived value images. I really like what they're doing. If you actually take a look at this as well, it's the same thing. It's just like a different color. They maybe have more lifestyle pictures here. Let me just check. Yeah, they don't have them over here for some reason, but they have more lifestyle images over here. This is probably their hero product, I would imagine. Maybe, I'm not sure why they don't have them over here. Maybe it's an error, I don't know. But they have also images that actually present the features and the benefits. I always like to say, if you can put all the information of the product, answer all the objections on the top of the folds, basically the first scroll, you are golden, because this also acts as a landing page, so people don't need to scroll. They can see the features, the benefits, lifestyle images, ultra slim, built for life, blah, 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 all the features and benefits, and you can have them over here. The other thing that I really like what they're doing here is that they're essentially promoting a full kit to increase that average order value, right? And you can also add the, wallet kits. There's 2 types of kits, the one with the pen and the one with the keys. And so you can, you could spend up to $200, which absolutely increases the average order value. And then you can, of course, select the colors, and then they change with the colors. It's very, very well built. If you are competing against them, this is the minimum amount of quality that you should, expect to get results, because you're competing against them. And so once again, the other thing that I like, it's that it's showing you what you're getting when you get the full kit. It's showing you over here. You get this, and you get this, and there's lifetime warranty. You can learn more about it. Amazing. The next thing that I like is that there's this popular add-ons, and which is very, very good. There's actually a bunch which you can go through and scroll. This is great for AOV increase and boost once again. And you'll notice that they're also going to do it on the add to cart drawer. They have an amazing one. They're also doing stuff over here. They're doing everything once again to make sure that they're increasing that average order value. If there's one thing that's a given, is that ad costs are just going up over time. So if there's one thing that you should be doing on your store, is implementing these upsells and downsells, and they work very, very well. Now they also have another section over here. Let's take a look. Yeah, they have it for this product. I'm not sure. Maybe you see their split testing sections. Most likely for this product, they added an extra section that talks about, lifetime durability, features and benefits, modular design, refined blocking, lifetime durability, holds 1 to 12 cards, right? It's basically just a bunch of kind of features and benefits, and then of course it ends it off with reviews. This is a very nice sales process, very clean, very fast website, has offers, has bundles. Let's take a look at the cart. I already added to cart, and it seems like you can upsell even more, and they continue upselling you, and I love how they're doing this. Let's take a look at the checkout very quickly before we go ahead and talk about other things. Okay, so first of all, seems like they have a discount available for military and first responders, which is interesting. And once again, as I thought, they're doing discounts again, not discounts, but I guess an offer because they appreciate you, adding to cart probably, and they're giving you a deal, and you can add to cart, and you can, it's gonna add to the checkout process. Excuse me. So I really like their sync process. I'm not going to go ahead and buy, but I can almost guarantee you that they have back-end upsells and downsells and cross-sells and back-end offers that are one-click purchase. So you can say yes or no, kind of like this style, but maybe with a bit more information. And so it's actually a process that I have on the back end for some of my own clients, and some offers, some people that buy, there's like 20% of your buyers will actually spend more and buy more if you present the right product, sometimes even 30%. So you can actually see a boost in like 7, 10, 12% of your revenue just by working on back-end upsells and downsells, which is absolutely amazing. So let's take a look at the approach that they're using to scale, because this is really going to give you, hopefully it's going to open your eyes on some opportunities here. But the ways that actually 6- and 7-figure businesses scale is that they're good at doing one of these two things, or one of these, let's just say 6 things, okay? They're either good at scaling some angles, they're good at scaling maybe, it's typically going to be like, the structure is typically actually going to be like this. They're going to find one winner, and they're going to find maybe 1 or 2 angles, right? And then they're going to scale like maybe some creative concepts here and there. And that actually gets you to $1 million a year. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We've seen even stores that get to like the 3, 4, 5 million. But if you want to get to that next level, 8-figure stuff, 9 figures, this is how you should think about your business and scaling it. You should scale your angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Let's talking about wallets. What is their angles, right? And let's actually take a look, because it's a living proof that this is what they're doing. Let's take a look at the Atrias over here. If we go under add angles, you can literally see that they're doing the simplicity angle. It's simple to use. The security, it's very secure. Functionality, time efficiency. Instead of going in through all of your cards, you can easily pop up, get your card, right? Effortless style, durability, unique style, whatever, timeless design, a gift, right? All this stuff. All these things all of these are literally add angles, right? The other example of a more extreme angle, for example, is like, this could be like a luxury product because it looks luxurious and it's good for the price, or it maybe you can use like the tech advantage. It has a chip where if you lose your wallet, you can find it again. I don't know. These are examples of ad angles that you can position to get to that next level and target different personas essentially at the end of the day. And so they're doing it very strategically there. And then once again, they're scaling with creative concepts. So within each angle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, a million, they scale creative concepts. What is a creative concept? A creative concept is like an AI avatar. Another creative concept is ASMR type of video. So let's take a look at what types of ads that they're doing and also dissect what a creative concept is in the first place. So we actually have a tab over here. If you want access to this sheet, which has a bunch of different things, ROI calculators, competitor research, daily reports where you can report your ads, creative concepts, creative testing tracker, ad copies, UGC, basically everything, TikTok stuff, CRO, everything. There's a link down below where you can just do your own copy and use this to build your own e-commerce business, right? And the reason why I'm sharing this because it's really, really helpful if you want to really track things and track KPIs. It's a really useful document we use. Now, what is a creative concept? Going back to what I was talking about over here, what is it? It's basically a POV, an educational video, an ASMR, review video, unboxing video, a reaction video. They're all different types, different concepts, right? So what we do for our clients and what they're specifically doing is that they're not just scaling with one angle and doing like a couple creative concepts. They're scaling across multiple angles and testing a bunch of different creative concepts. In fact, if you go ahead over here and see, they have a lot of different types of creatives. There are image ads, B-roll. These are...
Ladies, find out why women are rushing to buy this for their husbands. because these wedding
B-rolls with AI voiceovers.
Okay, this ring right here is causing quite the stir for married couples, which is made with
Same thing over here. Let's take a look. I also saw that they're also doing like traditional UGC videos where people are just talking.
3 foot of me and my brand new Ridge wallet. After using this card holder for the past few days, this thing has just become so convenient.
This is a combination of both, right? So they're being very creative in testing different types of concepts. I do see the majority of these concepts are either like whatever, good image ads. And by the way, like you can test different creative concepts within image ads as well, because you can have like, this is actually a content library for image ads that Archer offers where you can copy their templates. So a concept could be a promotional concept, features and benefits is one concept, testimonial ad is one concept, and you can test the same exact thing, guess what, with video ads, right? So they're being very creative at doing that, and I really like what they're doing. The next thing that you can scale is offers. Just like you can test, I'm not exactly sure if they have done it, but maybe they're doing it on the back end, but you can test a buy one get one free, or you can test basically just a kit like they're doing over here. Get a full kit if you upgrade, whatever. You get the point. Testing different offers can untap other opportunities, or at least in the worst of the worst cases, you can just find an offer that converts at a better rate, right? So this also works well. And of course, these are basically ads to scale these offers, ads to scale these angles. Guess what? Markets. If you are just stuck at a market, why also not explore the opportunity to expand into other markets? And I'm not saying that this is exactly what they're doing, but I do believe if we looked in the similar web, there's also other countries that they're targeting, and maybe they're going to expand even further. But if you're, in some cases, the market is just not allowing you to scale. If that is the case, try to scale horizontally by untapping other markets, because you never know how it goes. And in fact, you might notice that maybe your top market is like 70% of the revenue eventually is coming from the USA, but what about like the 30%? Maybe you can add an extra 100, 200, 300K a month by targeting Canada, Australia, some European countries and UK. Even if they're maybe a bit more bumpy and less consistent, you can make that work, right? You can scale horizontally. And remember, like, not every market is going to work, because there's a thing called product market fit, right? Because of that reason. In fact, the most important thing is product market fit, which is exactly what they found in the US. Maybe that same product is not going to work well in Europe or Ukraine or whatever other country, because it's not only about the product, it's about the market as well. Now, one other thing, once again, is scaling products horizontally. They're doing a very, very good job over here. In fact, if we take a look at all their collections, they're gradually scaling and doing iPhone cases. They're also doing apparel now, new styles added, travel, rings. I can 100% guarantee you that they started with wallets, because that was their kind of like winning product. In fact, it's their winning product on their ads. If you'll take a look at their ads, they're just mostly they're doing some other things with cases, but all of these landing pages are redirecting to Ring, either to the wallets. Basically, this advertorial, right? This wallet, and you know, it's some products are not meant to be scaling on paid ads. But guess what? If you add different different categories, you can increase your LTV, you can increase your average order value, right? You give other people reasons to buy more, and you also provide more value, right, to your consumers or your customers. Sorry. And so one other way to do it is scaling with personas. As I told you before and showed you before, they're doing different advertorials for men, for women. People forget about these things, right? And 25 to 35, 45 to 50, this would essentially 50 or 60 plus, right? And so maybe there's ways to promote and there's ways to advertise to 45 and 60-year-olds with like one angle, like maybe the durability or that it's safe or whatever. And then to 25 to 35-year-olds, it's that it's quick and fast, or that it tracks your phone, right? So all of these things you should also consider, and you should be able to scale horizontally with personas within your ad, the angles, the ad copy, the listicles, the landing pages, whatever. And so this is the universal kind of like 8-9 figure way to scale horizontally and get to that next level. At the end of the day, this is just a business. It also risks, you're essentially distributing the risk instead of just relying on just one method to scale, which makes a much more consistent business. And at the end of the day, do we want business one or do we want business two? Business one is essentially a business that is a lot more consistent. It has maybe 5, 6, 7 products that work well on ads, or just giving you that extra universal or a more consistent revenue stream, or business 1 or 2 that essentially 99% of revenue is coming from just one product and it's very, very risky. I mean, in most cases, it's going to be the case that, 2 or 3, 4 products, even if you have like 20, that 10% are gonna be winners for ads, but you should always expand into other product lines. Let's talk about their sales process. They're doing a very, very good job. In fact, if we go back and look over here, just to remind yourself, the majority of these ads are going to the pages, the advertorial, which is the 6 reasons why. And they're doing it, there's a reason why they're sharing 200 ads out of like, I think, 400 or 500 that they have on the ads library. Yeah, 470. Over 200 ads are literally going to the advertorial, okay? There's a reason for that. It's because it's working, obviously. And so they're being very, very creative with this advertorial, and it's like an authority angle as well, because 6 reasons why millions, and this is the authority part, are switching to the Ridge wallet, right? So people, it's engaging, it's adding social proof, it's adding authority, and this is their funnel overall, is that they're essentially going product angle ads, 6 reasons why, and then product pages. And then what they're doing also is that once you send people to the advertorial, you're also, the reason why I like this a lot also is because you're adding an extra retargeting pool. So you can decide to resend these people to an advertorial, the same one, maybe another one that you want to test to answer different types of objections, and then you can just send the retargeting pool to the product page directly, which is very smart because if they already know and you already gave them that level of awareness of the 6 reasons why, then maybe it's good to send it to the product page directly. So this is the funnel that they're using. And it's, of course, very, very profitable. One other thing that I noticed that they're doing a lot is split testing and CRO. And so if there's one thing that I recommend is doing this, especially if you're at the $150,000, $200,000, $250,000 a month mark, you should split test, start having a CRO agency, in-house person, whoever it is, should start doing this absolutely. And in fact, I did a little scenario over here before I forget, is that just imagine, and this is something they're actively doing. So take a look at this page. This page has a banner, even if it's just a stupid thing. This is information, free gift with purchase, this and that, whatever. And they don't have it over here. Another example is that I think they changed 4 and 5 on this other page. You see, like 4 and 5 is free gift and love it or your money back. And here it's like smart wallet options, love it or your money back. And there's also another one I can't find, there's a million pages here, but they're basically split testing these things, and it's essentially a CRO service, right? And they're doing the same exact thing on the product pages, testing top of the fold, testing the kits, testing this popular add-on section. All of these things are being kind of tested. And the way that we do it is that we have a CRO tracker, which is also another reason why you should get the sheet, is that every month we do like 4 to 8 tests depending on the volume. Of course, we cannot do 100 tests if the company is only doing like $200,000 a month. We have to be very strategic. One test is typically valid for like 250 orders, 300 orders, and you can start making conclusions. And if anything below that is kind of like you don't have enough data. And so we have target page, the product page, advertorial, whatever, suggested test, hypothesis, the version A, version B, expected conversion rate. This is how we structure internally. You can read through this yourself as I scroll through the slides. But we essentially make hypothesis. There's also a Figma design, so we have it approved before the client approves it. And so you can do the same thing for your own brand, assuming you're doing this in-house. And then, of course, there is start date, end date, conversion rate A, conversion rate B, and then the difference. And then you can essentially record all of your results so that you can always go back and see that, because you've documented everything. You have your notes over here, success, unsuccessful. You basically have your entire journey. And at the end of the year, you'll notice that you have done maybe 100 tests or whatever the number is. And you'll notice something like this, where you go back over here. I have an ROI calculator. Let me just show you the difference of how effective this can be, even if it's a small amount. Let's just say we increase by 0.05% conversion rate every month on average. Let's just say we start with a 2% conversion rate, and we go to 2.5 at the end of the year, and from an $100 AOV we go to 110. If we assume that we spend the same amount of money, this is a business that generates 250, right, and has a 19% kind of like net margin, right, with maybe employees or agency fees or whatever that is. And this is the same exact business that generated $343,000, right, is more profitable and actually went from 20% margins to 30% margins just by working on CRO. So this is even a business that is not even like doing $1 million a month, right? This is literally a business doing $200K a month, $250K a month, and you should start doing the same if you're doing over $100,000 a month, in my opinion, okay? Heavy CRO testing will get that business to the next level, and you're just gonna make more for every visitor that goes on your website. So this is my overall conclusion of this brand. Let me see if I have other things to speak about. The last thing that I want to speak about is just the creative foundation. They're very, very creative with UGC. So as you can see over here, these are the types of ads that they're running. And by the way, before I forget, if you want basically templates if you want inspiration from like, their types, if you want to replicate like the images that they're doing, there's tools that you can use for that. The first one is Creative OS. This is basically you sign up, it gives you access to features, benefits, offer ads, social proof ads, testimonial ads, image ads, right? And then you can essentially copy the template, click on it, and you can copy it on Figma or edit the Canva, and it gives you basically a replacement. The same exact thing and feature is for Atria. They are filling up a bit more. It's just a better deal if you actually already are paying for this. So instead of just paying only for the discovery thing, you're also getting top picks, which is the same exact feature. So you can, click here. You can click on this one if you like this ad, and then you can actually copy the edited template, and it's going to bring you to like Canva, and you can just, do this for yourself, and you have like texts and replacements, and then you can also make an ad copy for it. Not sure, I've never used this feature, but you need to brief it, but it can also help you with AI stuff. Now, going back to what I was talking about is their creatives. As you can see over here, the types of video ads that they're running is with these B-rolls.
3 fits for me and my brand new Ridge. It should become so convenient to have. Its slim, lightweight design makes it perfect to carry around all day. And with its RFID...
These are all B-rolls, and so what they're doing is they're being very smart, is that instead of paying like $200 for one video and 3 hooks, which is a traditional deal, they're essentially paying the same amount of price, and I know that for a fact because that's what we do, for a batch of B-rolls, which is typically 15, 20, 25 videos, and then everything goes into a mega super cool B-roll folder. We give everything to the editors, we give the scripts to the editors, and then the editors just essentially combine different types of B-roll variations with different types of scripts, and that's how you're able to replicate exactly these styles.
Ladies, find out why women are rushing to buy this.
Which are all...
Jamie got one of them cool front wallets, a Ridge wallet.
Maybe it's
Amazon.
Ridge invented this design.
They're all B-rolls with voiceovers, and the voiceovers could be actors or they could be AI generated. Okay, so that is it for this video. Let me know if this video was helpful. I hope it was. If you're a brand doing at least $50,000 to $100,000 a month at least, and you want to book in a call to see if the call would essentially be a free audit. I can hop on a call, maybe one of my team members will, but we will audit your brand. We'll let you know what the missed opportunities are, and then if we are not at full capacity and we see both feel like there's synergy to work together and there's an opportunity, then we can talk about that as well. But you can book a call down below, and hopefully see you on the call, and definitely, hopefully, once again, see you in the next video. All right, bye.